Denver School Board member Tay Anderson is now suing his sexual assault accusers. This comes 2 months after a third-party investigator found claims against him were unsubstantiated. 9 News legal analyst Whitney Traylor joins us live to talk about this case even further. Good morning, Whitney.
Hey, good morning, Corey. Good morning, everyone.
There is so much to dive into here. So first, give us an overview or a timeline of what has led up to this lawsuit.
Sure. Real quickly, this started back in March when Black Lives Matter 5280 posted that a woman had come to the group accusing Tay Anderson of sexual assault. So the next month, DPS hired the third-party group to investigate. Well, subsequent to that, the next month, Mary Catherine Brooks Fleming testified before a state legislative committee where she actually accused Tay Anderson of rape, sexual assault, and misconduct against 62 students. Now, she didn't name him when she was testifying, but since then, it's been identified she was referring to him. Then in September, the report came out and by this independent third party, a group of attorneys that DPS hired, and they found that the allegations were without merit. There was just simply no evidence, no firsthand reports. And so that, I guess, exonerated him, if you will. And that brings us now to this lawsuit, which honestly, after I read the 96-page report performed by this third-party group, and I actually was waiting for a defamation claim based on those findings.
Wow. Well, so let's dive into that a little bit more. You were just talking about one of the investigations, but there's been at least 2 investigations into the allegations against Tay Anderson. Both couldn't find any evidence that the allegations were true. So now he's filed this lawsuit that you're talking about in turn. So who is he suing and what's the basis of the allegations?
That's exactly right. So he's suing Black Lives Matter 5280, 4 individuals from that organization and a couple of activists, including Brooks Fleming. And that's actually kind of where I'd like to focus on the report. And folks, this report is public, so you can go and read the report. And I'm identifying pages 64 to 77 of the report, where they said regarding Brooks Fleming, that her testimony was objectively implausible on its face. And the reason is they're saying that she came to them and said, she had a whiteboard in her living room with a written log of the victims, and she erased it. She said she had text messages and other messages from the victims and erased those. They also found that she had made a social media post inviting Tay Anderson to speak at an event after the alleged victims had come to her. They also found it implausible or incredible that nobody reported this. There's been not a single victim, a witness, any evidence. And so those are the kind of factors that make this case strong with regard to defamation, because a defamation claim involves a statement that is likely to harm your reputation. So they said that he's committed these acts of misconduct. It has to be false and it has to cause damages. And so the strongest, I think, defense for these defendants is that he's a public figure. And so that raises the standard of defamation. But here, Corey, there was such a dearth of evidence that I actually think this is a strong defamation claim, because there's been no witnesses. You mentioned the 2 investigations. Well, the Denver Police Department did an investigation in the summer, and they also said that there was nobody who came to them. So I think these defendants have an uphill battle on this defamation claim.
Yeah, it sounds like you definitely not surprised that this defamation lawsuit was filed in the first place. Whitney, we're almost out of time, but I do want to ask you, what happens next? Where do we go from here?
Sure. Real quickly, the case will go forward. Now, the vast majority of civil cases settle, but this one may go the distance. And I say that because Tay Anderson may want an objective body, a jury or a judge, to actually make a finding exonerating him. Because after this report came out, despite the contents of it, 1,000 students left school to protest this. So there's a lot of people who don't really know the facts and are operating on that and making public statements. So this case may actually not settle, and it may go to trial. So, the takeaway from this is, everybody, we have to lower the temperature and get the facts before we go out and make these public claims.
Boy, can that be said about so many stories these days, right? Boy, is that
Yes.
true. Well, we will see how this all shakes out, and I'm sure you'll keep us apprised of everything. Whitney, thank you.